this passage filled in with sand during a recent volcano. And I can tell you, whoever mapped this, it has not been, no one has gone through this since 1981. And Jacob, you know how I know that?
That's when I'll say home to you.
No, it's because it's all sand back there. Oh, so I'm gonna have to go slow. Okay. Now, while the floor is sand, this is still, that's the hardest squeeze I have ever done. You are not gonna like that. Although, my body has probably pushed out enough to make it reasonable. Okay, so, no. Sometimes you just get a no. That's a no for me, dog.
A little bit. That's tight. I don't like it.
Warning, the actions and stunts performed in this video were done so by professionals. Do not enter a cave without a cave tour guide.
Panic! I love that. Woo! It's a madman laugh. It's not funny. Gosh. It's so freaking cold. Oh, this draft is not helping. And I'm stuck on a rock. I need to spray my shirt. There. Oh, it's so cold.
And these caves were formed thousands of years ago. However, what happened in the 1980s?
It erupted.
This mountain behind us erupted. It filled the existing caves in with sand. And so there are several caves that we're going to explore today that have reported to be filled in with sand. And we're going to look through them and see if we can make it to the back and see at what level the sand is. Is there any of the cave left? Is it all the way filled with sand? Or can we get in the back? That is the volcano that blew up only about 40 years ago. It erupted, and we're standing in the ash slough right here where ashes and debris filled in a lot of the lava caves that were existing. So some of these caves are half filled in with ashes.
And right here, you can see how we can identify whether it's a passage, a cave, or anything large. You can tell by, see this little fern moving? It'll move when there's wind coming through. Caves are like a lung, they'll breathe.
It's very simple. What you get is when there's a temperature difference between the outside and the inside, you get a little draft right there. And the draft will go all the way through the cave. It's mostly just the temperature difference.
The cold air in the cave is a constant temperature. Because the outside air fluctuates, there is an air exchange from the outside air to the inside of the cave. Air rushes both in and out of the cave. At points where the cave narrows, like at the entrance, a draft can be felt.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. Hey, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the light. It's quite beautiful. No more human ladder necessary. I'll show my light on here. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
It starts like that, and it just goes along flat.
Interesting. So we're walking down this passage corridor. Actually, this is pretty nice. I think look at this. So this rock is hanging down from the ceiling, as you can see, and below it is where we need to go. And that is all breakdown where that's dangerous. That's hanging off the ceiling.
Caves are generally stable and will not easily come down on their own. However, there are places where rocks and cracks have developed in precarious places. A caver might possibly unwittingly hit the wrong crack or dislodge the wrong rock and collapse areas of the cave on top of themselves.
One of the ways that we stay safe is when you're in an area like this,
You don't touch it.
you don't touch anything.
Anything.
And that's pretty much it. Everything else will stay as it is. I can feel cold air. We're still kind of near the entrance and there's warm air out here. I can feel it's like 40 degrees. That's below freezing and I can feel the draft come out. And so as I can feel the air blow, I could probably prove that with a piece of paper. There we go, look. See that? And I'm gonna stick my head in there and see what's in there.
Cavers use drafting air to know whether a hole is a cave or not, and whether a cave passage may continue.
It's nice, it's not too tight. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. You can't stand up in here, otherwise going back in here, the spikes will scrape on my back. Jacob's coming through this crawling space, and it's not the end of the world kind of thing, but as you can see, it's also not entirely very pleasant.
The rugged lava rock is often nearly impossible to crawl on. It offers no help in the form of sliding over smooth rocks. These are sharp, high-friction surfaces.
All these dragon's tongues, it's a lava flow that came down hard and it probably fell on itself. But check out how crazy it is.
Many of you may have asked what this weird white stuff is on the ceiling, and that is moisture. Lots of moisture that clouds up and it comes in little beads of water, and our lights reflect off of them, kind of looking like crystals.
It also is almost retroreflective, so when we shine our lights on it, it shines right back, and it looks like there's going to be a bunch of crystals in the cave, and we scored big and found gems, and now we're Minecraft kings. It's just sweat. The cave is sweating like crazy. And you can still see the remnants when the lava came through here and just tore its way through here. But at the time it was hot, so it was rolling through here like a river, leaves these marks on caves. Its original floor, it's got this dragon's tongue that can turn into railroading, but you can see these beautiful smooth flow lines. Is that ash or sand, buddy?
Why can't it be both?
Giant sand pit here.
Well,
Is that us?
that is us.
Oh yeah.
Our cavers have come to the part of the cave that has filled with sand. If the cavers are to continue, they will have to attempt to squeeze between a low ceiling crevice and the hard sand floor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because it don't feel good at all.
The effort it takes to push backwards through the sand with the lava ceiling has rendered our cavers silent. There are times when talking and rambling on serves as a distraction or even a comfort. But in this grueling crawl, the best I could do was to grunt and breathe.
Okay, that sucked.
Now, Jacob must see if he can follow the newly sand-carved passage and make it through the tiny lava pinch.
Not vertical, horizontal. Ow, shit. Yep, you're gonna have to. Like, oh, you're out, and then you realize, no, your butt has to go through. Your butt is a big butt, that's what causes panic.
Jacob's more streamlined body helps him slide through, but where he may be thinner, he has less power to push through the narrow chamber. As soon as Jacob is comfortably on the other side, our cavers will immediately turn their attention to seeing whether the cave continues. In all probability, this will be the end of the line, and they will have to make the crawl again in return.
We're working our way back in here, and the ceiling gets low, but I still think that I can continue on. As sand has filled this cave up to the almost up to the ceiling. And again, it's post-1981 explosion, but I want to see if this passage goes anywhere, and I got to get back in here to find that out. Once I get back in here, I can evaluate that a little better. Okay, cool. Well, at least because it's sand, I'm able to move rocks out of the way. And that's pretty nice. Okay, this is not bad. This is not bad. I'm able to scooch along the floor. How's it going, Jacob?
Right.
Okay. I can get back in here far enough to at least see if this goes on. And I don't see a an end to it. I'm going to take a peek with this big light. It's absolutely not.
Move of the computer, I'm not going down, so you do your best. Okay, I got my feet gripped against the walls here, and I'm trying to sort of push the sand like a little Calvin dozer instead of a bulldozer. Oh, it's so tight right here, I don't like it. It's tight against the shoulder where you don't have much leverage to get through, but I'm trying to work my way through. I go 1 inch at a time, 1 inch at a time, and as I plug the passage, what happens is wind is whipping around the sides. It's very cold on the fingers. You go numb pretty fast. It's below freezing in here. And, well, it's fun in building a sand Calvin. If it ain't a castle. It is hard to get a little speech coming through here, isn't it?
Yes.
Your brain just goes numb. Oh, well, I'm going to report back to the grotto. I don't like it. Okay, you can see that at my face. I still can't move, otherwise I'll get hit.
So, I'm going through here, and it sucks. You see, oh gosh, I can't really speak. It is super cold. This draft here is going probably 5 miles per hour. Not that fast, but it is very cold.
No, when it pinches, it's cold.
When it pinches, you're against cold sand, and that draft is freezing. This is very tight.
In order for the air escape volume to remain constant, the draft speed increases as the body fills the passage. This creates a wind chill factor, which is more extreme as a person is in a constrained passage. The already cold cave temperature can quickly become dangerously chilling. Hands and feet can go numb almost immediately. The caver must work to limit their time in these constricted draft passages if they are to prevent hypothermia.
Flip. My butt is so big. Right now. Go. Hey, now, start hammering. Get out.
Your butt's through. He's through. Oh, sorry. I'm messing up the camera.
Oh, it's mentally draining.
Well, they're not going to find the back of this cave for a long, long time.
I found the bottom of this pit I'm digging. I'm gonna take some sort of pumice and rock.
Okay, you can come out. Come on. It's just completely fogged up from coming outside. Probably standing at the entrance is all foggy too. How does it feel? Can you feel your toes again?
Look how fogged up this is.
I know. Super fogged up.
Oh, it's so nice.
Show us your weapon. I can't quite see it. Hold it up. Yeah, how do you feel about that? It's nice. Oh, headlamps are on. We really enjoyed it, but it turns out the end of the cave, which we had some old maps to, we thought we'll go back there and we'll push it because no one's been there, yay. But the cave pushed us. And that means we got in there and we thought we were gonna, manhandle the cave. Nature does not work that way. Sometimes the cave manhandles you. The issue with this cave is in the last volcanic eruption here, some of these caves were filled with sand, and this one's no exception. If you wanted to get to the back of this cave, you're going to have to dig through tons and tons of sand. If you get up in the brush in here, it can get so thick that you just can't move. Quite green around here. This is the dry side of the mountain, but nevertheless, it's still spring.
We appreciate you watching our video adventures. If you liked what you saw, feel free to hit that subscription button or share with your friends and family and neighbors. However, if you didn't like what you saw, feel free to leave a very negative comment about how we completely ignored all safety protocols, as well as block us. We consider that to be high praise.
And for more in-depth caving videos, please visit our side channel, Even Darker. And we will see you on the ground.
So Jacob and I were out here and I got back to the truck and I thought I'd injured myself because I'll show you. I was like, oh no, I'm bleeding through my pants from being on my knees. But of course, it was blackberries.